맞아.
올람.
The plane is 1 hour late. Look at her. She ate so much so she threw up. The one is here. Ça va, Ada? So a few days ago we ordered from Coupang all the things for the cats, like their toilet, their food and stuff. While I was opening the boxes looking for the brush for lamp, I just cut my finger. What you see here is how we try to fix it, because we don't really have a first aid kit. I was really scared that if the cut was too deep, I would have had to go to the emergency room. But the problem is we're in quarantine, so it would be really difficult actually. It's really another headache I don't want to have, and we cannot go to the convenience store to buy first aid stuff or to the pharmacy either. So I don't know, tomorrow I'll check if we can order. So for the first meal in Korea in quarantine. Wow, what a piece! Why even cool piece? We even got cool piece as a service.
Because we are full.
Yeah. So this is the udon soup and a lot of omu and a lot of sundae and a lot of tteokbokki. This is oppayenal tteokbokki because they're not super spicy and they're pretty sweet, so it tastes amazing. So it's day 7 of quarantine. So let's talk about the PCR test first. The first one, we had to do one just when we arrived, the beginning of the quarantine. And
I think Mary cried.
the thing is, we did, how many PCR tests did we do in Belgium? At least 4.
Yeah, 4 times I think.
But, okay, it was never good, but it was not very painful either. But the first one we did, she really put the stick in the nostril, and first of all she turned like 5 times, and it was really scratching, was going very far and really scratching the whole area.
It's not nice at all. Like really, first of all, like okay, everyone is tired. Like every day doing same repeating things, so like not nice and just doing rough. Okay, but it's almost like I would feel like I almost bleed. like feeling
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that.
I feel like they were mad at us for traveling. After it was finished, I told Jaron like, yeah, it was so painful and why they do in both nostrils? I thought only one is necessary. I have never had it done in both. And then you were like,
Oh, for me it
wait,
was one nose.
yeah, wait, what? So why she did in both of my nostrils?
Yeah.
I
Very
don't
adopt is
know.
racism in Korea.
Well, I maybe it's because I slightly move for the first one, but she didn't say anything. She just then like five turn
Where
again.
here
and,
no one like to talk to you.
Also, it's so funny because they are behind a glass, and there's just two holes for the arms
Ah, yeah.
that are like in like a plastic stuff, and they're
Yeah.
just holding like one Q-tip and the solution, and then they do it.
It's like a scientific exam.
It feels like you're in lab, like manipulating. I don't know, like urine.
We are chimpanzees, like
In Belgium, we are always like sitting,
yeah.
and the person comes just in front of you and do it like raise your
Like,
chin
yeah,
and
yeah.
like do it like really slowly and like be super gentle.
Mm.
But here you need to kind of like you are both of you are standing and you kind of like need to be like
Yeah,
in
and,
the right
and then
angle.
the first one told me like, don't show your nose just like this, and then she bent it to my nose like this.
Ugh. And the second PCR test, we just did it this morning. If the results are negative as well, then tomorrow noon our quarantine is over.
Yeah.
And it was still painful, but she only did one nostril and she didn't do like 5 turns. She
Yeah,
just really scrubbed super hard, like 1 or 2 turns.
like a robot. Chick chick chick. Chick.
Yeah, but
Done.
you know, it still like it was so far. I felt it in my throat. I'm not kidding. I didn't talk about it yet, but there was another very stressful event.
Well, I would say two. In this house now, for now, there are 2 injured animals.
Anymore. I already talked about my finger and it's healing well
Okay.
now. Yeah,
So-
the thing is, before the flight, the reason why we were so worried is because Ada, she really went berserk. I think it's because I put the harness on her because I heard that they will manipulate her in the airport and stuff, and I was too worried that because my cats just don't like people touching them.
Indeed, actually, many times they asked us, like
Yeah.
in the Brussels airport, they asked us, like, "Oh, can you hold it just from the back?"
Yeah.
So we said no.
Yeah, we said no.
And then at the Incheon airport, because they were already having like so many flight and departure and arrival.
They were exhausted and stressed.
Yeah, so I explained like because they were gonna actually probably gonna ask to remove from the back, but I said they're so stressed. I'm worried. So luckily they could scan the microchips from.
Yeah, they just scan the microchip from the bag, so you don't really have to worry. So really, if you also are traveling with animals, just do like us. Just say no. Don't.
Yeah,
Just say don't.
explain the
no.
situation.
Yeah. So what happened is that I put her harness on, and then she went. And when I tried to put her in her bag just before our flight, just before departure, she panicked so much. She went in full berserk mode. And Ada, she looks really weird. Most of the time, she looks like a really weird cat and a bit slow and just nice and cuddly. But she has a really flipped personality when she's stressed.
Yeah.
She becomes like a wild tiger. And she was in so much panic and stress that she scratched me and my mom. And I didn't notice at that time, but she actually hurt herself. And she has 2 claws that are inside her
Jelly.
paw, her paw jelly. So we found out at the beginning of the quarantine, and I was so heartbroken because we are quarantined, we cannot go to the veterinarian. How awful, really, to think that you cannot bring your cat who is in pain to the veterinarian because you're quarantined.
Well, even the veterinarian said like.
Yeah, we called the veterinarian and they said it's not like her life is threatened, so it's better to wait for the end of the quarantine. we checked and she doesn't have any infection or anything.
Yeah, and she doesn't complain about her pain. Like she just gets surprised that, oh, I was actually injured. Like she's a bit
But
like,
to be honest, the first days she really looked like she was in pain. I think now maybe it's a bit getting better as well.
Mhm.
Because the first day she was acting really strange, but
we don't know because she also got stressed a lot.
yeah, I feel so sorry for her. And then the problem is, again, I'm worried because tomorrow we need to put her back in the bag.
To go to veterinarian.
She will, like, to remove the claw is gonna hurt. So I really hope they can give her some kind of tranquilizer, something, so that she doesn't feel the pain. Because else she might also, from the pain, she might go berserk again.
Look at her paw. Nata, show your paw. Nata.
I just woke up from a nap and look what arrived in the mail. What is it?
This is the food from government to eat during the quarantine.
That's the quarantine supply. But we got it at 3 p.m. and yeah, our quarantine finished tomorrow noon. I guess we're gonna have everything in double because they just sent 2 packages. Guys, what is that? Is that really just for 2 people?